I was on the street, lying on the street with a police gun hovering over me. Why? Because at that age, even though I do appreciate all the things that they are saying, but at that age you also think that you can change the world and you must change it now. And for us who are older, we must listen to the idealism of the youth because we need it as a country. And we infuse it with our realism. And that is the only way we can take the country forward. And that is why I am happy that they forced us to bring this supplementary that is speaking to some of the things that we've been saying before. And I've been listening very carefully to some of the things these Gen Zs are saying. And they say very simple things. Like even today, we had opportunity, some of us who are members of parliament, women members, and we were in a function with some of the Gen Zs. And I carried my grandchild along, and she, very young, I didn't think she even can speak before people. And she challenged us, and she was saying, you people are telling us that we are rich children with mobile phones and we don't understand, etc., etc. And she said, so you wanted the poor children to be the ones going there demonstrating about their poverty. I mean, they say in very simple terms, but very poignant. So do we want the poor children to be the one demonstrating about their poverty? If you can unpackage what that means, even if they are privileged. And it takes me back to this budget. That whenever we budget, we don't do a realistic budget. And so this budget, for the first time, is attempting to do a little bit of a realistic budget. The only challenge that I am facing with this budget is because we know that we're actually implementing austerity measures. But unfortunately, whenever we budget, we don't take certain principles into account. The principle of gender equity, the principle of equity, the principle of marginalization and inclusion, you know, the converse inclusion. But Madam Speaker, it's not just that we don't take it during budgeting. We also don't take that into account during budget cuts. So who do we look for? The same way that the men are dishing out these seats to themselves. It's the same way when the budget comes, we start slashing things that have to do with women, that have to do with the children, that have to do with the youth. And I've actually pointed it out to my budget committee. And I'm glad that our committee has listened and has returned some. But we want to encourage you men, please, listen to us. This country is not about you alone. There are other people in this country. There are women in this country. And so whether you are budgeting, whether you are doing cuts, can you look at how it impacts on women, on children, on the youth, on persons with disabilities? And Madam Speaker, it is even embarrassing. And I'm sure, I'm glad we shared it, Bishop who spoke before me, that I was in a moral dilemma as we were moving out of here. And I went to get my bag